Yes, it is possible to play Train Sim World 5 fully in virtual reality, and it almost looks like we are standing in front of a real train. Alright, let's get inside and start this beauty up, opening the doors here, walking inside. And so, this will be my working station for today's video. Let me sit down and let's get ready. Okay, we have settled down, let's get going. And I mean, I forgot the name of this train, let me know in the comments down below. But to take a look at the knobs and the details in virtual reality, it makes it fantastic. First, I will start or turn on the master key switch. That's with the key there on the left side. This is the train brake handle. We have inserted that. Gonna put it in the release and then the drive mode. And playing this with the Pimax Crystal, it looks as sharp as you can see on the screen here. Absolutely fantastic. Gonna hide the HUD here. Gonna open the door so the passengers can get in. We will wait for that. Doors are open. And we now close the doors again. It's been a few minutes. We can see here the light, or the yellow light will turn off. The blue light will turn on. Means the doors are closed. And what we do next is we put the throttle a bit forward. Love the sound design. And there we go. Yeah, I mean, why isn't virtual reality supported in Train Sim World 5? That's the question I have. Because this kind of games, these kinds of simulators, as you can see here, are meant to play in virtual reality. It might be a little bit blurry on the edges here. That's because I have the eye tracking, the foveated rendering enabled, which gives me a performance boost here. As you can see on the right side, we have about 50 to 60 FPS here, which is fine, more than enough to play Train Sim World 5. It's pretty smooth in the headset. Do know that we are also playing on the highest graphic settings here at Ultra. I see we have green lights here. I do think the next station is not too far away, so let me not get too fast here. I can see, by the way, the indicators there, how fast I am going. It's not blurry at all. I can clearly see that. And I think that after this turn, we need to start braking slowly. But before we come to our first stop, a message from our sponsor, VRWave.store. These lenses are eye savers, I can tell you. I have been playing with glasses, I only destroyed the lenses. But with VRWave lenses, you can prevent having eye strain. They come with a blue light filter, it's really relaxing for the eyes, it's a magnetic click, and they are available for all headsets. VRWave.store. Again, the station might be very close, and at times, and you will see that in the video, there are some scenes and sceneries that it really looks real in the headset. Very immersive. Now, there we have the station up ahead. Braking, braking, braking. Not too fast though. Green lights here. Ah, this feels fantastic. In the rain, it also feels very immersive, and it's like a meditation to the mind as well, to sit in the cockpit of a train, seeing the rain droplets on the screen. And we are stopping exactly where we need to stop. And of course, we are going to open the doors here, the right doors. There we go. Ah, there's a train coming, waving always. It feels so stupid to do this, but it's... I mean, the other trains look so good as well in the headset. Okay, well, we've been standing here for a while now. What we can also do, of course, is just stand up and just walk around if you want to, like we did in the beginning. That's the beauty of virtual reality. We can really check out all its details of this train. I don't have much time. I can't really walk around. I don't even have time to close the door, apparently. So we are getting back in our seats here. And there we go. Really smooth. And we are just gonna wait a little bit. At 6:49:30, we can go. There we go. Doors are closed. Speed up. And as you can see, I am playing with the controller. It's easier with the controller, as if I am playing with the keyboard and the virtual reality headset, I have problems finding the right keys. It's a bit hard. Having a controller works perfectly for Train Sim World 5. But like I said in the beginning, this game officially needs VR. I mean, imagine if you could just switch these knobs and press them just like in VTOL VR or Arrving FS4. It would make it so immersive. And I have a question for you guys. Would you buy this game if VR was fully supported? I mean, I bought it now because I have a really decent computer and I can run it with the UEVR injector, but otherwise I wouldn't have bought this game. But yeah, there's just a missed chance here, and I am wondering why the developers just don't create a VR version of this game. Or support it. Is there not enough sales, or what is it? I'm sure if it had VR officially supported, many people would buy it. Even people who weren't interested in VR train simulators at all. Alright, the next station here though. Let's brake. I think I will be overshooting myself here. There's no one on the platform. But this looks good, isn't it? It's a simple train, not even complex. But it's just fun to do. Actually, doing pretty well here. Opening the left doors. Doors open. And it's been a few minutes. Everyone is loaded up. Bye-bye. Yeah, and I know, every time I wave, it feels stupid. But look at this. It's not bad. It really doesn't look bad in VR. Oh, and here comes a really nice part though. Let me get back into the train here. Give me a second. There we go. This part here. In VR, this looks so good. It's because of the green, the leaves, the mountaintops in the distance, the grass on the side. It feels so immersive, guys. If you have a decent computer, try out Train Sim World 5 in VR. And in VR, it's also a little bit easier to check out the details here. You know what's written on the buttons, etc. Okay, 4.8 kilometers. Next station. And I think there is a train coming up. There we go. And like I said, waving to other trains feels incredibly stupid. Every time I do this, sound the horn and I wave, I feel incredibly stupid, but it's just so much fun to do. And these trains look so real. Okay, getting closer here at the station. And this time I will overshoot. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, you would have to walk a little bit further. There we go. Alright, and I don't understand this. Every time I come at this station, I have to do this. I have to put the main circuit breaker to close. I don't know why, but otherwise I can't take off. Everyone is loaded in. As you can see, we can always drive 140 kilometers per hour. I'm willing to do another video where we just take the fastest train and drive it out, because the sense of speed in virtual reality is completely different. I've played this on flat screen a little bit to train and to get used to the controls. I find it incredibly hard to see how fast I'm going by just looking at the scenery when playing on flat screen. Now, once you are in VR, and we are not even going that fast now, we are going 100 kilometers per hour, it feels really fast here. Turning off the wipers here, hold on, just messing around with these. But it feels fast, and it's so much easier to stop at a certain point in the VR because you have that sense of, yeah, speed. Okay, here's the next station already. I was not expecting it to be this close. That was like, what, less than a kilometer? Oh, no. Hold on. Okay, we're overshooting here a little bit. Right doors open. And are we still... Okay, yeah, people are still boarding and all, so that's all good. And so we move, everyone is loaded in. We have to get out. Really tight schedule. It's a nice scenario, this one. It takes around 18 to 20 minutes. stations are close. The next one is 4.8 kilometers away. And that's pretty close. I mean, if you... Well, we can drive 140 kilometers an hour, so it doesn't take long to get there. And there we go. Sound design is also great, I think. Although, I miss a little bit of cockpit rattling, you know, these rattling effects. Now yeah, coming back to VR though, really don't understand why there is no official VR support for this game, as it works this great with the UEVR injector. But it might be that there's just not enough market for it. I can't believe it, to be honest, really. I don't like trains at all. You know, I wouldn't buy a train simulator game to play on flat screen. But when I heard I could play this in virtual reality with the injector, I bought it. So here we are, and I am actually liking it. Learning these different trains. There's a little pond here on our right, and it just looks good. So yeah, same goes for Euro Truck Simulator 2. I know it's like kind of officially supported. They have a VR version, but it's also not really it, is it? And it's a big miss, if you ask me. A really big miss. And yeah, I mean, you might look at this on your flat screen and you're like, okay, well, that's nice. But do understand that I am actually in this world. It's some kind of meditation for me too. Sometimes after a stressful day of work, I just like to hop into a train and do a little timetable run. Like this. It's even better, like I told you in the beginning, to do it in the rain. When you have like the rain droplets and you hear the rain tickling on the windshield. It's a really mindful thing to do. Yeah, it just looks really good. Some external shots here, and I'll get back in. I cheated there a little bit, I see, but yeah. Alright, let's set the brakes in slowly. Have to watch out here. Might be overspeeding a little bit here. There must be a station somewhere close. Also, the shadow is a little bit weird at times. The shadow kind of renders in, what is it, 20 meters ahead of me. Also the trees, but it's the same on playing on flat screen. They just render in pretty late, as you can see. Alright, here we are. No clue where we are, but we have to stop here. And we're doing this pretty well. So, as you can see, and like I said, it's a bit blurry on the edges, but that's because the Pimax now officially supports OpenXR, and it has quad views, which basically means that it only makes the picture sharp in the middle, and on the edges of the screen, which you don't really see in the VR headset itself, it makes it blurry, and so you gain some performance. You gain a performance boost. And quite drastically in games like DCS, but also here it's about 5 to 10 FPS more than I get. I'm playing with the Pimax Crystal Lite here, for people that are wondering. I know in the thumbnail it's the Quest 3, but hey. Okay, doors closing. Objective complete. And next stop is in, what is that, 3.5 kilometers? Full power. And that might be the last station. One more station to go. It's a bit of a longer video, I know. I just want to give you here an overview of what it looks like in VR, like doing a full run. I have to say though, in like the more busy areas, like big cities, the FPS is not great, but also not too bad that it isn't playable. So it's actually pretty fine. This is also a nice part, right? It's just that, really, the things that render in a little bit late is a little bit distracting. But okay. Ah. Hello! There we go. It's gonna be a bit dark here because the end of this run, we are getting into a tunnel. And the headlights aren't doing anything at all anyway. good thing with the Pimax Crystal is that if you go into a tunnel, like the black levels, it's really dark in the headset. So the only thing that you can see are the lights, these traffic lights. And you can also, I can clearly see the things here on the screen as well. I just don't know how to operate it, but I am also playing with this train because it's kind of the easiest train to operate. It's like super easy. I'm still trying to get a hold of the other trains, but I'm sure I will create some more videos of that as well. Alright, we're going a little bit fast here, maybe too fast here. We're getting into this tunnel, and I know that after this tunnel is the final stop. As you can see, incredibly dark here. But look at my keyboard here, because I think we can turn on the lights here in the cabin. There we go. It's not doing that much, but hey. Just stopping, really having to use my indicators here. 80, 60 kilometers per hour. I can turn on the headlights here, but as you can see, that won't do much. Lights there. There we go. This also looks pretty dope though. Like coming out of this actually hurts my eyes a bit, like these white levels. Ah, there we are. This looks also very real. And here we are, guys, the final stop. A full timetable run. I have skipped some waiting parts here, but okay. Here we are. Hi, hi. Ah, the shadows here on the other train. Look at that. Ah, man. I'm repetitive, I know, but it looks really cool. There we go. Doors open. And why not walk a little bit here? I think we can get out here. Let me see. Is this really the final stop? Yep. Doors are open. People are getting out. Bye bye. Yeah, let's get out of this chair here. And now we have some time to just walk around. Okay, people, it's the last stop. Sorry, but you have to get out. Yeah, I mean, I could stand up here in real life as well. I physically just walk around the cockpit if I had the space. But I don't have the space, so I just walk around with the joystick here. But that also is pretty dope. Oh yeah, no, I have to close the doors here to really officially end the scenario. So thank you for watching, guys. This is Train Sim World 5 in VR. Try it out if you have a good PC. Really worth it. And I hope to see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.